Hello and welcome to Jive Talking with me, Disco Dan. On today's episode we'll be taking a look back at the action from this past weekend at House of Pain Wrestling, and we're going to kick things off with Renouf on Friday the 26th of January. The show kicked off with a singles match as the Money Mogul Sash was going one-on-one with Renouf's own Kobe Woods. Sash looked to steal the victory with a roll-up with his feet on the ropes, but the referee Neil spotted this and stopped the count. As Sash was arguing with Neil, he turned round where Kobe rolled him up in a small package to pick up the win, much to the delight of the Renouf fans. It was six-man tag team action next as Mr. USA Lance Flashman was teaming with two of the Black Sheep of Mr. Nice Guy Will Roberts and Ryu Genshin to take on the newcomer Alex Rue, who was teaming with Big Man Inc. in the form of Adam Bolt and Jackie T. And it was Alex, Adam and Jackie picking up the win when Alex Rue hit a deep six slam on Ryu Genshin to pick up the win. The House of Pain Heavyweight Championship was on the line next as Diamond Dave Andrews challenged the Tribal Beef Grayson Clay. After a hard-hitting match, Diamond Dave was climbing to the top rope, but Grayson knocked the ropes, crotching Dave on the top. He then hit a pancake slam, followed this up with a vicious clothesline to pick up the win and retain the House of Pain Heavyweight Championship. We had a fatal four-way match next as the main spectacle Tristan Wheeler took on main event Joey Cement, one half of the co-Full Throttle champions Indigo Jones and the Heat LJ Heron. After a fast-paced, action-packed match, it was LJ hitting a pile driver onto Indigo Jones to pick up the win. In the main event of the evening, it was a tag team match as the leader of the Black Sheep, the Shepherd Johnny Sharp, teamed up with Joseph, the Fallen Star, to take on the Badly Dressed Boys of Davey Thompson and Brandon Brooks. Towards the end of the match, Johnny Sharp decided he wanted no more of the Badly Dressed Boys and left Joe Starr in a 2-on-1 situation. This opening allowed the Badly Dressed Boys to hit a double disaster kick to pick up the win. After the match, two masked men came to ringside and attacked the Badly Dressed Boys. They then took off the masks to reveal that it was Big Man Inc. The referee Neil was asking what they were doing when suddenly they knocked Neil down in a dastardly act. What has got into Big Man Inc. to mean that they have turned their back on the fans? Moving on to St. Anns now on Saturday the 27th of January, where we saw the opening round of the Rising Star tournament. The first match was the Imperial Dragon taking on the Screwdriver Zach Roberts. Zach went up to the top rope and hit a huge splash onto the Dragon, but the Dragon kicked out at 2. But Zach turned this straight into an armbar, forcing the Imperial Dragon to submit, meaning that Zach Roberts moves on to the semi-finals. The Rising Star tournament continued next as Mr. USA Lance Flashman, accompanied by the Canadian Peter Sador, went one-on-one with the powerhouse punk Mikey McLovin. Mikey looked to have things in control, but Peter Sador jumped on the apron and distracted the referee at which point Mr. Number 1 Niall Hind entered the ring and hit Mikey in the back of the head with his gold medal, and Lance Flashman made the cover to pick up the win and advance to the semi-finals. The Shepherd Johnny Sharp was scheduled for the Rising Star tournament, but he decided to give his slot to the newest recruit of the Black Sheep, Rayner. So it was Rayner going one-on-one with TJ Dean. TJ looked to be closing in on victory and went for a DDT, but Rayner held onto the ropes to avoid the impact and then hit a devastating spear on TJ to pick up the win and advance to the semi-finals. In the final opening round match in the Rising Star tournament, it was the Canadian ice hockey player Paxton Kane going one-on-one with Alex Roux. As Paxton was setting up for a powerbomb, Roux managed to reverse this, double leg Paxton and pick up the surprise pinfall, meaning that Alex Roux advances to the semi-finals. It was tag team action next as one of the co-Full Throttle champions, Oscar Prospero, teamed up with the House of Pain heavyweight champion Grayson Clay to take on the Witch of the Ring Spectra, who was teaming up with Tony Allens. Tony looked to be closing in on the victory when Jaden Law ran to ringside and jumped on the apron. Tony swung at Jaden, but this distraction allowed Grayson Clay to hit his pancake slam, follow that up with a vicious clothesline to pick up the win for the team. The main event of the evening was a 19-man Rumble match where 2 people started in the ring and every 90 seconds a new participant entered, and you could only be eliminated by being thrown over the top rope with both feet hitting the floor. We saw a lot of action throughout the Rumble match, and eventually it came down to the final 2 of the Shepherd, Johnny Sharp, and myself. As I was trying to tip Johnny out of the ring, the Black Sheep came running out and attacked me from behind, saving Johnny from elimination. Luckily, Pinky the Pirate, Johnny Sterling and TJ Dean were on hand to take out the Black Sheep, and the 6 of them fought to the back. As I was getting up, Johnny Sharp hit me in the head with his crook and boasted about how easy it was going to be to win the Rumble match. As he went to throw me out, I reversed him and sent Johnny Sharp over the top rope to the floor, meaning the winner of the 2024 St. Anne's Rumble was me, Disco Dan. And this means I will receive a title shot of my choosing at any time in the future. So, am I going to go for the Full Throttle, the Heritage, the Heavyweight, or is it time for me and Raveboy to win back our House of Pain tag team titles? We rounded off the weekend in Clifton on Sunday, the 28th of January, and the show kicked off with a singles match as Team Textbook's Kyle Crimson went one-on-one with the badly dressed boy, Davey Thompson, and it was Kyle Crimson picking up the win. The House of Pain tag team titles were on the line next as Will Roberts and Rayner of the Black Sheep defended the titles against the underdog Zach Davey and Raveboy. It was the Sheep retaining the titles when Johnny Sharp distracted the referee, allowing Will Roberts to hit Zach in the head with a tag title belt to retain the tag team championships. It was six-man tag team action next as Joseph the Fallen Star teamed up with the Imperial Dragon and the Monster Matlock to take on the team of Big Mike Wild, Axel Justice and the Gladiator Shea Attilus. And it was the team of Big Mike, Axel Justice and Shea Attilus picking up the win, much to the delight of the Clifton fans. We saw a debut next as the Outlaw Casey Lewis went one-on-one with the House of Pain Heritage Champion Nate Colt in a non-title match, and it was Nate picking up the win. After the match, Nate offered a handshake which Casey accepted, but then hit a low blow on Nate. It seems that the Outlaw is sending a message to the House of Pain Heritage Champion. In the main event of the afternoon, it was a tornado tag team match as the Shepherd Johnny Sharp teamed up with the House of Pain Heavyweight Champion Grayson Clay to take on the team of the King Freak Alton Thorne and main event Joey Cement. And it was Alton Thorne and Joey picking up the win when they hit a power slam neckbreaker combo onto Johnny Sharp to pick up the win. Well, thank you very much for watching today. That is all I do have time for. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, leave a comment below, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time for some more Jive Talking.